Joining me right now is the Pennsylvania Congressman, member of the House Oversight Committee and chairman of the House of Freedom Caucus, Scott Perry, who will be voting against this bill. Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here.
Well, it's great to be with you, Maria. And look, Kevin McCarthy and I go back a long way, but business is business. And he said, and a lot of people have said, Democrats have gotten nothing in the deal. Well, I'll tell you what they got in the deal. They got $4 trillion reasons to vote for this, because at the end of this next 2 years, there's going to be $36 trillion in sovereign debt for the United States of America. And at the beginning of this whole journey, President Biden said he wanted a debt ceiling raise and he wouldn't negotiate anything else. Well, at the end of this, it took us 3 months, but he's getting a $4 trillion debt ceiling raise. It is unlimited. It's at least $4 trillion, Maria. It's whatever they want to spend. And in the meantime, while we're saying we're saving all this money, look, that's all based on smoke and mirrors, quite honestly. I have read the bill. So it's not going to be trillions of dollars in savings. It actually might be just a few billions of dollars in savings. And so I would ask you and all the folks that make deals out there, who trades a few $1 billion for several $1 trillion and thinks that's a good deal?
So what do you want to see to get to a yes here? I mean, he tried to claw back the COVID-19 money, tried to claw back some of that money at the IRS, but we're still talking about a significant amount of money that Biden will use to hire more agents to audit Americans. And then, of course, there's the caps on spending for the next 6 years. Is that too little as well? Walk us through what you want to see changed.
Well, actually, I'd like to see actual caps on spending for 6 years, but they're not, Maria. That's what you're told. But believe me, if you read the bill, you will realize there are targets, but there's nothing tying anybody to those caps. So those are meaningless. And of course, the numbers of the savings that they're talking about are based on those targets. So those savings are not going to be realized. On the rescissions, look, if you're going to rescind the COVID money, then rescind it. But they took some of it back, and then they said they banked it to spend later this year. That's ridiculous. Either rescind it or don't tell people that you're actually saving the money, because you're going to spend the money. And on the IRS, my goodness, the IRS got a lump sum of $80 billion on top of their annual appropriation of $9 billion. They have all of it except for $1.4 billion. They have all of the rest of it. What do you think they're going to do with it? Wow. Look, all I'm saying is let's not lie to people about what this is. At a minimum, let's be straight with the American people and tell them what they're getting and what they're not getting. Don't use a smoke and mirrors game in Washington and act like you're saving things, because we are not. We're going to end up $4 trillion at least more in debt in 2 years. Unsustainable.
Maybe, but we may end up in more dangerous territory over the near term. How far are you willing to take this? Because the country, apparently, according to the Treasury Secretary, runs out of money June 5th. Are you willing to allow this country to default?
Well, there's no reason to default, Maria. First of all, we've known this is coming. Let's rescind all the COVID money, actually. Let's rescind all the IRS money, actually. Let's let Janet Yellen pay that for the next, 15 days when all the quarterlies come in, this massive influx of cash come into the federal government that buys us some more time to actually get a real deal and not $4 trillion additional in spending. So we don't have to default and we don't have to bankrupt our country and destroy the future for all the American citizens.
Can Kevin McCarthy go back and get this done, or are you suggesting he should give up the gavel?
What I'm thinking is, look, it's going to be difficult, I think, for Kevin McCarthy to go back and get this done, because the Biden administration already knows that he's willing to accept a weak deal. Here's the problem, Maria. The Senate has done nothing. For 100 days, for 3 months, the Senate has done nothing. You and I both know that the Senate is going to have to vote on a bill. There's no reason the House, after already having gone first once over a month ago, has to go first again. The Senate should be first. They should be in there, should be passing a bill so we can see what they would do to save the country and not force us into bankruptcy. But no one is forcing them to do it. And, of course, they're taking a walk.
Is that realistic? Will the Senate take this up?
Well, the Senate's going to have to take – Maria, they're going to have to vote on something. All we're saying is that they voted on nothing yet issued a lot of demands for the last, I don't know, 90 days. They've issued demands, but yet they've been able to vote for and on nothing.
Okay.
They said, we want a clean debt ceiling. We want to raise taxes. Well, a lot of people want a lot of things, but around here, it's based on what you can get passed. They haven't passed anything.
Okay.
They don't even have a bill.
All right. So real quick, before you go, Congressman, what is happening next? The vote is going to happen tonight. You don't think he'll
Yes.
have the votes? Then what are the next steps here?
No, I do think that he will. The vote was moved through rules last night, and I think that Democrats and Republicans that are all going to fleece the American people and spend all their tax money are going to get plenty out of this thing, at least $4 trillion, and they're all going to vote for it, and they're going to come home and tell everybody, well, we did the best we could. You're just the ones that are going bankrupt. You're the ones that can't afford electricity or the gasoline in your car, and that's your problem.
Congressman, thank you. We're going to be watching all of this. Thanks very much for being here this morning and walking us through it. Scott Perry.